So I had zero interest in these when I saw pictures and all that, but I figured, I'll put in for them. And if they show up, then I'll at least be able to check them out. And in case a colorway I do like comes along, I'll know what I'm getting into. But yeah, these actually are pretty decent now that I have them in hand and all that stuff. I'll be.
What's going on, people? So, if you've been paying attention to the last couple videos I put up, you realize that this is video number 3 for the day, which means I'm done with this after this one. So that's cool. All 3 of these particular shoes came in on Friday, and I spent Friday putting together, editing all the videos that I put up on Saturday, which was a cool 8. So that's why I'm a little bit late with these last 3, but hey, none of that really matters because people are going to be watching the videos at least for the next couple weeks probably until things die down and interest goes into a different realm. But hey, it is what it is. And this particular one has been out for a good while now, and I'm pretty sure the market is flooded with reviews, but for the people out there that just watch mine anyway out of courtesy and stuff, thank you for doing that. I do appreciate it a whole heck of a lot, and I like to say that every chance I get. Now, moving on so we can get this thing wrapped up and I can move on with my day, go back to work because I'm on my lunch break. Either way, here's the thing, right? This right here is the Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 V2, right? Now, in theory, it should be twice as good as the 350, right? But is it? Is it? Let's find out. We're going to talk about these things real quick. We're going to start this review with the bottom, though. So across the bottom, right, what you're going to see down there, you got a little bit of grayish, kind of, it's like a darker gray sort of color. It's got some sort of sail thing going on, and some little open areas where there's some boost peeking through. So it's kind of a weird look to me. But then again, this is my first pair of 700s, so maybe it's not. Actually, it's not, is it? Because I do have those Wave Runners, technically. But anyway, it's my first V2, I'll give it that. Yeah. So, midsole wise, there's a truck, there's some sort going on outside, probably a garbage truck. Either way, midsole wise, right? You got more of that sail with a little bit of slightly different color going on in these little open pod areas. So, from the side, it looks weird, it's kind of thick, kind of chunky. I don't know. It's an odd look, right? It's not for everybody, I get that. Moving on to the upper, because the upper, from what I saw, has a lot of stuff going on with it. A lot more than I expected from the pictures. So, down here, right, we'll start with the tip of the toe box area. Right on the top of there, you have some very, very soft, very thick feeling leather going on. And that kind of is the same sort of effect that you have with a lot of the other pieces. It's just that this piece feels thicker, right? Where the other leather is and all that good stuff, it feels like really high quality. It's like, very plush to the touch and everything. It's just that there's something special going on that toe box there. But I'm gonna have to just probably give you a couple pictures and all that good stuff in there from the different angles, so that way you can kind of get an idea for what all you're looking at here. But again, just hitting off with the colors and stuff. On the tip of the toe box, that's a little different than what you have in the middle. It's going to match up with what you see more on the back than anything. In the middle area, you've got tan and sort of a peach sort of color. This is just a very busy shoe, and rather than describe the whole thing, I'm probably just going to slip a bunch of pictures in there and let you kind of take it up for yourself. But I will say that where you don't have the leather and you have this plush cottony sort of thing, or whatever that material is, maybe it's wool or something, that feels really good too. So all in all, the materials that they put into these is solid. I'm kind of surprised, but at the same time I'm not, because they're not cheap either, so you should expect them to feel very good, right? You expect that, but then there's other brands where you pay a lot of money and you just get some trash, and they're like, oh, it's a Jordan 1, don't worry about it. So anyways, moving on to the back though, around here you got a nice firm heel, so that should help you with make sure your heel doesn't slip around in there when you're walking and whatnot. And it seems like on the back end, much like on various other areas of the shoe, there's a lot of 3M areas going on. So all in all, the shoe has a lot of elements that I'm cool with. It's just that look is just freaking weird to me overall. Speaking of the 3M though, getting things back on track, down here around the lacing area, you do have the 3M It looks like there's going to be 3M in the laces. I can't quite say for sure, but if I'm right, there will be pictures showing that I'm right, and now we can move on from that. But past that, as far as the visual of the shoe, again, I don't want to get too deep into the details of it because I feel like some pictures will have covered that. But right off the top, I was a little impressed with these when I first took them out of the box. I did the initial unboxing on DJ Dell's channel on Friday nights because, you know, when I get a lot of shoes in, I like to unbox them all at once. And I didn't want to set up an Instagram live thing and do that. And he was live, and he usually lets me jump in there and show shoes off. So I figured, you know what? I'll do that here with some people who will probably appreciate it. And they did for the most part, so that was cool. They weren't super huge into my 90 slides, but you know, I get that. Anyway, so as far as the visual goes, I'm still a little on the fence about it because it looks weird, but let's talk about how they feel because that can kind of sway some people's opinions, right? Now, sizing wise, I bought these in a 9.5, which is the same size that I would generally buy in pretty much any shoe that I buy, right? And these feel pretty good. They feel fine. I can see why some people might possibly go like a little bit up, like a half size up or something, just because, like, you know, right there around the toe, that might bother some people. But for me, I was good with going true to size. I would suggest that as my final verdict or whatever. But that's just me. Again, get as many opinions as you can on something before you buy it if you don't have the opportunity to try it out for yourself. But I think you'd be okay. But past that, though, as far as wearing these around, I walked around in them and just through the apartment here, and I think they feel fine, but I just didn't see anything amazing about them, right? I was thinking that these should be, you know, like a few steps above, at least twice as good as the 350, and it just didn't do that for me. Maybe some people's opinion varies, but yeah, that's just mine. I thought they were fine. You're probably gonna be okay walking around in these all day, but I would just pick something else if I could only have one pair of shoes or something for comfort. This wouldn't be it. Not to say anything bad about it. Just, you know, you got to rank things where they rank. You know, call it how you see it and all that. Right down the middle, as Bill Alfonso would say. But anyways, past that, these shoes also have a weird look to them, and that's not just like the side. It kind of, I guess, starts to not look as bad, but that top-down view, though, that one I'm not a fan of for sure. I'll have to get a picture in there later. But yeah, we can wrap this thing up. We can get on moving with the rest of our days and all that good stuff. So, like I was saying before, I'll get some more pictures in there, whatever, to give you another shot or two. Make sure there's some 3M shots in there so you can get the whole idea of what this shoe looks like and see, is it worth your $240, I believe is what this cost. I won these through a raffle on Confirmed, and I want to say that's what they came in at. Was $240. That feels right. Is that right, people out there in the world? It might be on the side of the box, but that side isn't facing me, so I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah. Also, real quick, inside of the shoe, because I kind of overlooked that. There's that for you. So now I guess we're good. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm gonna go and put these weird looking things on, do some on feet and all that good stuff. Am I? I might not have time for that. But it'll at least be done by the time you get this video, obviously. So there's that. Anyways, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I am now done. So later, people.